Alright, Vipers Whip back here with more Football Manager. I forget what we were doing. Just one thing. When one of your players you play that you put on the field often gets injured, you can promise them that when they return, they will play more games. Not more games, the same amount as they were playing before they got injured. That it won't reduce their time on the field. And so when it's a player that does play a lot, you can make that promise. And it makes them happier. So just go ahead and make that promise. But if they're a fringe player or something, don't make that promise. My backup goalie, Katie Wilkinson, no cons. 32. Pace is low. But check out that finishing and jumping reach. Heading's okay. She probably wouldn't. She's 32. She wouldn't come to us, I don't think. Like, she wouldn't be interested. These international roundup emails talk to you about how your players did in any particular game. And Lisa Rogers was injured in this game. Or in training? Where did it say she was injured? No, training. Okay, why is it showing that on International Roundup? Was she training for the International Roundup? I don't really understand why this is here when I clicked on International Roundup. Busy UI for no reason. Like, just show me, and then show me all of their stats. Like, she's not the only one Oh, maybe she is playing right now. Oh, more scouting that they've done. Fuck up. Why can't I tell them to not give that here? So what's this? Could improve a lot normally means young. There we go. She's very she's not going to come and play for me. She plays at Chelsea. And has an opportunity to play in one-footed is not the worst thing. Defensive mid, young, cheap, jumping reach, but she could get more of that if you trained her on aerial. Long shots could go up. So there's a couple things to train her on. She's not happy where she is. So I don't know. She'll show up in my player search, and I'm gonna do a lot of that. Oh, only in about a month here, the transfer window will open. So let's just mark all these as red, and let's move on. We're getting close to our game against Durham for the League Cup, and then we played Durham in the FA Cup. I really want to win both of these games. Are we rivals with Durham? I think we maybe are. Yeah, let's throw Adam under the bus. Yeah. we go. Oh, we've had a good record against them, so. Yeah, let's just be arrogant. I like it. Okay. God damn it, this is a long... Okay, one last question. How are we doing over here? Well... Oh, because she has low match sharpness. Is Rihanna Blades back then? She was just playing. So she's in low condition because she was just playing a game internationally, maybe? This is one of our wonder kids facing uncertain future. Is she very good? Let's go look at her. I would need her for there. I do need someone for there. And she's a wonder kid. Her pace is excellent. Jumping reach. Oh. Scout this player. Scout this player. I might need her. Let's see if she would even come play for me. She plays... Well, that's not a good team, so she... I don't know. She might. Could I get a work permit? That is the question. Alright. I'm going to save the game. There's still some errors in the engine because you can end up where you cannot... oh, she might have played an under 21 game. That's pretty good, though. If she comes in late, it's be fine. Is this who I want on the field? Yeah, I wonder if she could get a work permit. She's a pretty good player. I'm pretty impressed. 23, still a wonder kid. They're playing the exact same lineup, predicted formation. You don't say this because it puts pressure on. Some players would say, be happy. We could go up top with a win here. But some players are not happy. Like, that putting pressure on them, unnecessary pressure to mention this, right? So you think psychology. And it's similar with this. These are the same thing. This is, I don't know. Let's just do that, and then we'll do this. Seems relaxed, and that's not exactly. So here we go. We'll do this, and it got some people. There was no good choices there. Yeah, we've been having draws a lot. I watch a lot of hockey, and the hockey players, we celebrate hockey players who come and say different things than normal, I'll say. Not necessarily rude, but Jeremy Roenick and Patrick Waugh a long time ago had a great exchange, and Jeremy was talking about Patrick Waugh, and Patrick said, I can't hear what Jeremy says because I have 2 Stanley Cup rings blocking my ears. Something. It was hilarious. But there's, yeah, it takes some skill because you don't want to be an asshole. You have to do it in just the right way. But I'm kind of surprised I don't see British football players talking like that about other players and just building up rivalries in kind of a fun way or something. And they do like to take the piss. I just imagined it would be something that would happen more often. So and you're getting used to me doing this now because every team does this stupid thing. In terms of our mentality, we've been having pretty good results. Well, I mean, we've been getting draws, but those were against better teams than Durham. Let's just go positive. Okay, let's do that. Okay. Did it just undo everything? Yes, it did. By doing that. By hitting cancel. And did it undo it? I hope to God it didn't do this. Opposition instructions. Oh, fuck you. I realized this was my fault. Sorry. Sorry you have to watch this again. Too many clicks for this, by the way. SI, please. If we're doing the same thing every time, just let us have it a preset or something. It would make a lot more sense to allow us to do that. Yeah, okay. Pretty early for our first stoppage. It normally goes for a couple minutes. Gotta throw in there. Oh, I want to change something here, though. Fucking hell, we're not scoring any goals. We're not scoring any fucking goals. I'm just gonna try. Like, we're not scoring any goals. I gotta try it. I think we've had a large enough sample size and we're not heading any balls into the net. Let's see if we can change it up a bit. In the absence of being able to tell your players where to stand, like you could in previous iterations of the game, I just gotta find where to put the puzzle pieces. They started with the... Did we lose the ball? I didn't really take note of who had it at the start. No, I think they had it. It's Clara, Aline, let's go. She's gonna blaze... Oh, she just faked out her person and got it to McInnes. 13 finishing. I swear to God, in the previous iterations of the game, she had 16 finishing, but there you go. So you can't say praise because they're only up by 1 goal, so I'm missing the opportunity to do anything here. What a pass. McInnes just... Wilson had her on, so... And a great shot. Really good. McInnes is not a wonder kid, but she's doing a good imitation of being one. They started with it, so this should be ours. Here we go. Corbin, Atkinson's open. Wingers are always open. I know I cry about it all the time. And there we go. Clara's not going to miss from there very often. And what a play by Izzy. Hasn't been the human highlight machine this year as she was in the WSL2. But she's still pretty good. And she's good in real life. Like, I've watched enough Sunderland games. I really like Izzy in real life. And now I can praise. Everyone will be happy. Because we're up by 2. Don't praise when you're up by 1, as I've said. My defense doesn't like that. She hasn't really drunk the Kool-Aid yet. We've only had her for maybe 8 games. Everyone else on the field played last year, so it takes a while for players to warm up to you. This is a journey one where we lost the ball and then got it back. Let's see if we can go up 3-0. Remember, Everton beat them 7-0. Izzy. Izzy, 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 Izzy. Let's cheer for Izzy. I won't clap in the microphone though. But just look at her move. What a play. Goes right in. Brown is a terrible on defense, and she put it near post. Which you should do there, because getting far post is going to be tough. They started with the ball, so this should be ours. Like I said, the AI doesn't always play by the rule. But let's see what happens. There's a cross in. And you'll note Corbin was the one trying to stop Heppel, and she's lit us up in the past. I remember her. I don't like her. But Corbin is not tall enough to make sure that Heppel doesn't get her head on that ball. So that's why I keep talking about wanting tall people almost all over the field. With good jumping and good heading. Not just tall. There has to be a combination there. Or young enough that I can fix any issue. Oh, can we score? I just changed what we are doing. If we score here, I'm going to... There's Clara! Oh my god! Okay, I found... I found the answer! I found the answer! Center. With tall players who can head the ball. We have a bunch of them on the field at the time. Waldy... Tachanka... Krogan Homeworld. Lavanga's there. I think there's another one in here. But yeah, what a play. Oh my god, I'm so happy. And we're working up our goal differential. If Everton beats Man United, we could end up in a real knife fight here. So don't count your chickens though, and we've only scored on one of our 2 corners. But we scored on the first corner after I changed it, so I can see us going and changing that permanently. Okay, let's go. I gotta change my other set pieces as well. We don't score on any of them. So yeah, we're gonna change our other set pieces. We'll do that after this game. That's 3 corners. We've only got 1 highlight. That's fine. We haven't had any highlights for when we were doing near post. So this could be anyone's because we're starting like this. Looks like she's gonna kick it. Okay, I thought she was gonna boot it down the field. But here's Finn taking the ball, playing it up to somebody who can score. We got a corner kick. It wouldn't show us this highlight, I don't think. What? She was not offside. She kicked it into a defender. What? I want to see the offside highlights. Do I? Like I said last time, I just mostly get rage. Don't. No, 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 no. Don't do what you're about to do. Don't do it. Don't do it. Tachanka was in a good spot. Okay, throw it to Brown. Okay, that's fine. Looked like she was going to boot it down the field. I hate that. Oh, what a ball. What a ball. Can Priscilla get it? Yes, she can. Can she score? It went off a defender there. I think she might have got it on net if it hadn't gone off the defender's foot. It's not over. And that should be our ball. Okay, well, never mind. They've had one shot on target, so we are crushing them. Look at that XG number. I can praise. I should be doing that more often. Just making sure that my players are thrilled that I'm paying attention. And Gomez has taken on an injury, but we have her person back. Oh, she went all the way to red. Ouch. Blades is going on. She's got far better crossing than Barry. Anyone else? No. That game on the weekend. We're up by 4. Corbin. We need more though, don't we? I wonder. I wish you could see the score in the other games at the same time, because that would affect what I want to do here, which is get Corbin off so she's not a total wreck by next week. Brown got lots of options in front. Lavonga is offside probably. No, not that time. And it's still going. Nope, it's not. You gotta count the seconds after that. We can shout again, so let's praise these women for doing such a good job. Blades is... we never score on these, so let's see if something changes here. Is that her first goal? It must be, because it would say yep, first ever goal. First ever headed goal. I do have those set to the best header, to go to the best header, and we almost... This is not enough to change my opinion on having to change what I'm doing right now, because it hasn't worked. So it's worked once in a much larger sample size than... Look, she was in between like 4 players, but she's so tall, so good. That's why I picked her up. Run, Priscilla. Jeez, run. Okay, Clara. Good times. Clara's having quite the season. Well, no. Popped it off in the last few games, but she was not having the best season before. She might have been injured. And I can't pause the game anymore. It always happens at the end here, for some reason. I have no idea why. They have to fix that. No one's dying though, so it's fine. So we scored on one of our 4 corner kicks, but we haven't scored on any headed ball corner kicks all year. So I'm going to go change it to the center. And 6-0. Yeah, but if Everton won... Oh! No, we don't know what has happened there. If Everton wins, I think we might still be toast, because they beat Durham by 7. And we only beat them by 6. We should... yeah, we need that result to go the right way. We need Man United. If Man United beats Everton by 5 goals or less, we win. If Everton beats Man United, I think we're out. So let's see what happens. She's injured for 1 to 2 days. It's fine. What do I got going on training? Because we shouldn't be doing anything between these 2 games. Yeah, they're 4 days away. Rest everyone have the day off here. Some of our players, oops, that's not right, aren't playing in the game very much, but I don't care. I really would prefer my players be very well rested for this next game. We have a long time after this where it's international break that I don't need to worry about this small amount of training that they're going to miss. Alright. Now she should be very happy right now, but in case she's not... Oh, she's only pleased. So now she goes to very happy. Speaking of, my team morale is not at the top. Go here. I think we can go to last match. Wouldn't be in that. General. I would have thought that. Last match rating. This is something you want. Because at anyone 7.5, you can go to her. She's unhappy because I didn't get another Italian player. Jessica was awesome last game, apparently. So she's neutral. Very positive. See, there we go. This is something you should... Don't do it every week. And so since you shouldn't do it every week, because then they're like, yeah, thanks for bothering me again. Like your coach saying you did a good job is something they wouldn't want to hear more often. But in any case, don't do it every week. She's already very happy. There's not a lot more you can do there. But once you've started talking to them, you can't really say anything else. Our whole team played really well last game. And she's very happy. Ah, fucking... See... Her last match rating was 7.6, and she's like, yeah, I didn't think I played that well. Maybe stick with the 8s. I wouldn't do Priscilla here, for example, or Aline. But I was going to do Libby. She did score a goal. Fuck it. And she's very positive already. Okay, so I didn't do everyone here. I did Waldy here. Let's do Corbin. And they're very happy already. It doesn't matter. Jamie Finn. And yeah. You can only piss them off, really, if you go do something. But you can't say, oh, you look happy, I'm leaving. That'd be great. Look at this, Roberts is just falling all the way down. Worth maybe $500. But there's no lower leagues. Like, she should be playing in the Southern or Northern League, which is the one under VSL2. That's where she belongs right now. Okay, let's go to our tactics. And we'll try center until enough time has gone on that we haven't scored again in it. And we'll take a look at our other ones. So let's do center. And this player who's marking keeper will typically be here as well. And you kind of want to keep a couple people at the near post. And attacking near post means they're running into the near post. So let's... If we go forward... Yeah, I think this is it. This person will be able to come in for a ball that comes in here. This guy's marking the keeper. The keeper can't get out as easily. And then you have two that are coming in here and they can do this. And if the ball comes in here like this and they're running onto it here, they're going to put the ball in this part of the net. This person can put the ball back across the net or in close. I like this. I like this a lot. It should be... The fuck is that? What the fuck is going on there? Go forward. What? This is not right. Why's that person standing out so far? Look at this. Why can't I just say stand right here? In any case, that person should be able to come in for a ball. I don't know why it's displaying like that. And we have other set pieces that are terrible. So shooting range, there's nothing we can do. We just don't have any great shooters. Hannah Lowry is not on the field most of the time, so there you go. Priscilla doesn't score, or we don't get many in shooting range. That's possible. So deep, let's change it from best header to let's try that. Let's try that. And free kick deep will also try that. Yeah, we haven't scored on a single goddamn fucking one of those this year, as far as I can recall. So let's try it. I don't know. Maybe I'll investigate if anyone else has come up with a good strategy, but I like to try and do my own thing in this game rather than just follow like a lemming. So we'll play that next game. We'll play our FA Cup game. And I want to see if we do make it on in the League Cup. I'm not sure when they're playing. Oh! Man United won. 5-4 against Everton. Wow. Okay, well, we have to... Well, I mean, if they'd won 5-0, we still would have won because we got 6 goals to none. But thank you, Everton, for making a game of it. But if that had been the other way around... If Everton, which looks like it was a close game, had won, we would not be. Oh, we've moved up. What? Oh, that was... I was looking at Man United's profile. I was like, I'm not second. Okay. Upcoming... I don't want to create a focus, though. Maybe we can. Yeah, we need... No, not any possession. We need these two. She's on the under-21 team, but I do have a wonder kid for there. Yeah, just that. Whatever. Okay, anyways. And that's fine for minimum current, but I want minimum potential. Yeah. And we're looking for... we don't necessarily need a Wonder Kid yet. I can see the Wonder Kids. So we're just looking for a really good player to play there. So that works, I think. And... there you go. They're going to scan the FA Cup, which is something that all teams in England play. So all the women who play professional football in England will play in the FA Cup. The Welsh don't. The Welsh women have their own whole system. They have 2 leagues. I don't know if they have a trophy every year. I think that, yeah, they must. And then so they don't play in the FA Cup, but I think the Scottish ones will. Ireland not. They have their own league. So yeah, but the Sunderland, like the men, the Welsh men play in the English pyramid system or league system, but the women don't. I think they do this because if they remain separate, the top team, the winner basically of the Adran Premier League, I think it's called, gets to play in Europe on Champions League, and they might even get to play in the World Cup, whatever that thing is called. The Club World Cup? Club? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, because they're a national it's a national league. So if they played in the English league system like the men do, they would not. They'd have to beat Man City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, all those teams, and it's never going to happen. So looks like she is very unhappy still, but she has gotten over me not getting another Italian player. So yeah, if you want to stay in Wales so that you get to play in Europe, makes sense. We shouldn't have any players getting injured right now because I told them all to rest. All right, let's see what we've got going on here. Looks like we've got a war of words happening, which is fun. It's like, this is what I want the NHL to do. Start talking trash, man. It's in jest. You do it with your friends, right? You take the piss out of them, right? Take the piss. So yeah, Sunderland youth intake. We had very bad results here. We should be really. It says we had to get intake. What are you fucking talking about? Our stadium's only okay. We have a good stadium. Oh, 2027 preview. We'll wait to see what happens. He wants to humiliate me. We just kicked this shit out of him. What is he talking about? Alright, let's do this. Let's crush Durham again. We have to win this game, but we don't have to win by a certain amount. So I'll be more liberal with the substitutions, and I might even play. Might even make some subs here. Lowry hasn't played recently. Sherwood comes in for Finn. Aspen comes in for Waldy. And let's get Barry on for Lavanga. And let's put our captain in for Brown there. I think that's everyone. And they haven't played much, so their match sharpness is not great. This could bite me in the ass, but frankly, being involved in both tournaments, the FA Cup is probably the one you want to win, actually. I think if you win the FA Cup, you get to play in Europe, even if you didn't finish in the top 3 spots. But that might also be true for whatever this is, the League Cup. I'm not sure what you get out of winning this. The League Cup, I mean. That was never gonna be a great thing. Let's do this. Oh, wow, I'm gonna have to shout right away. Okay, let's shout encourage. It will bite me in the ass if they score here. Let's go to instructions and let's do this. And then let's also do this fucking thing that I have to do every time. So we didn't score on a corner there. We've had two, in fact, and got no highlights. They started with the ball, so this should be ours. There's Heppel. Lambert's open to receive the ball, of course. So this is probably theirs now. They're way down the field. Whew! Doesn't have 13 finishing. I think that's where McInnes would have been kicking the ball from. She's not on the field, so whatever. Now this is starting from a stoppage, so all rules are out the window. Aspen's I believe she's a Wonder Kid. Have to check. I did pick up one or two that weren't Wonder Kids, but just good players. Oh, Lowry got there. Lowry's playing in McInnes' spot, so she did a good imitation of McInnes there. With her left foot. I think McInnes is right-footed. So pretty nice. Lowry is our best free kick taker. So if we get a free kick, went near post. I might not have done that in that situation, but she's 4 shots on net. We're not exactly pushing. They have more of the ball. Quite a bit more. 4 corners, no highlights. 5 corners, no highlights. I have not cracked the code. It just worked that one time. Again, they started with the ball here, so let's see what happens. They did get a shot last time. Sherwood stole it. Yes, good job. Can you pick out Barry? No, you took the ball. She's going to take a shot. Yeah, that was not... That was a bit greedy. I'll be honest. She could have passed that right at the start to Barry, who was running. But goal scorers want to score. That's the way it works. Okay, they started with the ball, so this should be mine again. Woo! Got a good header on there, and you see who is blocking her? Corbin. It's not going to happen. I think this is off that same play. Yeah, I get so nervous playing it with the goalie there. Like, she's way out of her net now. Alright, let's see. Izzy has it. I trust Izzy. And what a ball. And can she pick up Lowry? Nope. She held on to the ball too long. And we get a corner highlight. So, okay, let's see. No. I mean, this could be one of the secondary ones. Is this their highlight? Is it really their highlight off our corner? Yes. At least it's not a complete quick counterattack. But there's Corbin again. Oh, jeez. We started with the ball, so this is probably their highlight. They've had a couple where that rolled in. It's looking good. Is there a penalty? Roberts plays it back in. It is their ball. This looks like a bit of a journey one. No, it's the end of the half. Thank you for showing that to me. Completely fucking useless. Address the team. You can't really... If you say anything else, they don't like it. Whatever, anyways. This is going a bit long now. So this is a highlight right at the beginning of the half. And since it was from a stoppage in play, we don't know what's going to happen. Oh, I didn't need to see the build up to that. You know? Roberts! You're not on the field to make stupid decisions. That's supposed to be your strong suit. I know, like I've said, Heppel. But that's Corbin is in there. And this is a air ball. And it's Corbin trying to stop Hibbert Johnson, who's taller than her. And so I'm going to put that on Corbin being short and not a good header of the ball. I can't pause the game. So this is going to be fun again. They started with the ball, but was it from a stoppage? I didn't really make a note there. Oh my god, that should have been in. I can't pause the game, but this is not going the way I would want. Let's get McInnes on. And Finn. That'll settle that down. And let's get Waldy back on here. Oh, fuck off. Okay, so... I'm gonna do this because no matter what, it will be fine. What a ball. And she's got so many choices in the middle there. What a play. No greed there by Priscilla. Excellent. It's playing a bit of fire to do very attacking. But it outperforms. Finn, one of the subs. Roberts, can you make up for what you did earlier? Oh, you had a chance to put the game away. Aline, do I have any more subs? I do. Let's get Blades in for Aline, and that'll be it. That's, she can jump, and she's tall. That's why I picked her up. Now they outplayed us this game by quite a large margin. I don't know what happened last game. They started with the ball. Let's see what happens. Atkinson, and she was onside by Wilson, and she scores. What a pass by McInnes. Atkinson stole the ball. In the NHL, she'd get an assist. I would love if football changed, because she stole the ball. Like, she took it away from Heppel, our nemesis. She took it away from our nemesis. Got it to McInnes, who played an excellent ball. Atkinson totally deserves an assist on that goal. Wonderful. Just don't fuck up. Atkinson stole the ball from Heppel again. Let's just do something here. Oh, what a highlight reel goal that would have been. Top corner. It's not over. Oh, God, Corbin, what the fuck? After all that, it cannot come back the other way. It cannot come back the other way. It can't. Holy fuck. Atkinson's dying. There's no one to replace her. Started with us. Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't make passes like that. Oh my god. McInnes, that you really probably should have got there. You were closer to it than Foster was. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to go in though. By the skin of her chinny chin chin. I was not expecting that after they lost 7-0 to Everton, 6-0 to us. Like, I was not expecting this. But I did not start my best team. So, there's something I want to... I should show you before we depart for the day. we've got almost a month off now, so it would just be me hitting continue over and over and over. But you can see we got 35k here. We've drawn Aston Villa. I don't think they're doing awesome this year. They're in the same... I'll go look at my training schedule here. I don't think they're doing awesome this year. They're only one above us. Well, they're tied with us, but we have a game in hand. So, yeah, they're not blowing the league away. So, we have a chance. What did we do? A 4-4 with Arsenal? So, we have a chance. But I want to show you our league finances. We had money. This is not me. This is not my fault. I don't know what happened here. So this is when they would have given me my 500. Like when they would have... I had money in my transfer budget, and then they bumped it up to 500k. I think that's what happened in this area here. Some of the things you do, like loyalty payments and stuff, I think they come out of the team budget rather than the transfer budget. I don't really like how that works. But yeah, I mean, we are positive. I have 491,000. It's just we're paying debt, so like, yeah. So, anyways, they went negative. So making money in the FA Cup is pretty good because these payments only go up. You can make quite a lot of money in the men's one. And the women, the FA Cup, the early rounds don't draw huge crowds necessarily unless it's a derby. That's where you play a rival. Like a local rival or somebody you've met too many times and the fans don't like each other. The women don't have the same problems as the men do in terms of hooliganism. So, at least not that I've seen. But rivalries still draw in a larger crowd. Now you can only fit 2,500 people in our particular stadium, but I think if we were playing late in the FA Cup, Sunderland would put us in the Home of Light. And so we'd be playing in a much larger stadium. And certainly if we make the Champions League and we start playing it in it regularly, I would expect our team... They would probably lease... There must be another stadium in Sunderland with 20,000 seat capacity or something. I don't know. Maybe not. Sunderland's not a huge city. It's I would love to live there, by the way. It's totally the kind of place I would like to live. But I live in Canada, so it's a long ways away in the farthest province. Well, over there. And so, yeah, it's a long ways away, and I wouldn't have a job there. Whatever. Anyways, maybe I can retire there one day. So, I don't know if there's a big stadium there. I'll go look for that at some point. So, we're in debt. So, these payments here are very good. They eat into this. And we could be out of debt. If we win the League Cup and we do this, this could all come into a positive balance. So, I'd be okay with that. And yeah, so we'll give our corner kick strategy a couple more times and then we'll keep working on it. And I might go look for somebody else's corner kick strategy. But that's for the men, and they're different than women, so I don't know. It should be the same thing. You're still looking for tall players who can jump. I don't really know. And better corner kick takers. I don't know what my players are working on now. Maybe I'll get them working on corner kicks. And yeah, she did a good job there. Scoring in the 88th minute was key. But yeah, we spread it around. And they expected us to win. Not by a huge margin. Okay, 44%, that should be here. Not, they're tied. What kind of display is this? Those are not the same number, but they're tied. I'm pretty good at looking at leveling, and that is like right there. It's very close, if not tied. I think this is slightly shorter, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so that is. Hey, we were 3-2. Why is that such a cracker? Why didn't we get mentioned in the news? Okay, so that's it for this one, and yeah, I'm gonna go have some vegetables because I only had meat for lunch. I kind of started filming something, and then I was like, oh, my lunch is ready, and I had only cooked the meat portion and I hadn't made the vegetable portion, and then I came back and I ate the meat, started broadcasting. Anyways, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Again, ask for the short list if you want it, viperswhip@gmail.com, and I will send it to you. Like I said, it becomes less relevant as time goes on because new Wonder Kids are generated. But at least when you start the game, at least if you start with a really good team in any given league, you want that list. I was able to find 5 players, I think. I started with Lavanga. I mean, I got 3 right at the start, but I've been able to recruit other players I know are going to be super since then. I think it retains its usefulness because you don't know who the new Wonder Kids are, but you know who the old Wonder Kids were, and you know that they're still progressing even as 24-year-olds. So I think it's still worth having that list. As I explained, somebody went through the game data and found the Wonder Kids. Wonder Kids will end up in the kind of 150 to 200 range in their total stats, but not all stats are weighted the same. The stats for the positions they play are rated normally 1-to-1, and the stats for things that are kind of ancillary to that are maybe 2-to-1, and then stats meaning you get 2 stat points per point. What I'm saying is their stats could end up more than 180, but the main stats for their position will fit into that 180. Right? Okay. I think I'm explaining that right. Whatever. Anyways, the thing is that most players, even if they're really good, you think, oh, well, they're a good player. But they're not. If they're not in the Wonder Kid list, they're going to cap out around 150, maybe. 130 is a great player. A great player. You're going to make a lot of money. But you're not a Wonder Kid. You're not going to be the top-notch players in the world. You might not even make the national team. Right? So, oh, you might. I don't know. If you get to 130, you might possibly do that. Lots of players come in around 100. They've kind of done it on the IQ scale, to be honest. Although, who has 200 IQ? I don't even know. I'm sure there are some people. In university, I took a couple of them. I ended up around 129. I think that was my highest one. and when I'm tired, I fall all the way down to around 100. So fatigue plays a huge role in my level of intelligence. So there you go. That's I think, yeah, so the Wonder Kid list was made by people who went through the game files. They put it on a website. I went through in the game and picked up all of them into a short list. So if you're wondering where that short list came from, it's from people that crawled through the game data. They put it on a website. I put it in a short list. If you want the short list, let me know. viperswhip@gmail.com. Okay, that's it for this one. Did I save? I'm going to save again. And then I'm going to go have some more lunch. And there might be another episode today. But if you look at our calendar, we've got many days off, including the transfer window opens on January 1st. That feels like an odd day. You're celebrating New Year's and then somebody's going to say, oh, you've been traded. Unlike the NHL, though, players have to consent when they get traded to where they're going to go. There is something like that in the NHL where you have a no trade clause or a no move clause or a limited no move clause, whatever. And the player has to say, I don't want to go play for the Vancouver Canucks. Why would you want to play for them, a disjointed organization that they are? So yes, players still have to say, well, I want to play for Sunderland. But you can make an agreement with their team and they can say, oh, Sunderland wants to talk to you. And then they'll say, I don't want to talk to Sunderland. No. We are in the upper portion of our league. Competitions. We're right smack dab in the middle. So we're not here where people expected us to be. We're way ahead of that. Like, we have twice as many points as the 12th place team. So some players may talk to us, but the best players want to play on, see these three things here? They want to play in Europe. So they'll only play for these teams or Bayern or whoever in another. They want to play that European football. You play the best players, the best teams. So maybe if they're not picked up by any of these, they'd say yes to Bayern or Cardiff. That's typically the best Welsh team is in Cardiff. So yeah, you could even go play with Cardiff, and then you're going to play European football, right? So it's a whole other world. So there's players who will not play for us because we're not in these. And even if we were just once, like if we were third here, more players would play for us if we were in third. But the best players would want to see us up here for a couple of seasons. So yeah, there's still players that won't play for us, even though we're playing in the top-rated league right here in the world. Is this MLS? No, that's France. Is MLS even in here? I don't want to go look for it. All right. Yeah, well, I'm not going to quit. Okay, so anyways, have a good day and subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. All right, that's it.